Recording in progress.
Hi, can you guys now hear me? And can someone just say something? I've changed computers.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, finally. I don't know what's wrong with my other computer. But okay, guys, good morning. Thank you all for taking the time and joining us today. So without any further ado, let's get to what we what we came here to discuss today. First of all, something very significant happened this week in the financial world. Can anybody tell me what happened? This is just an aside. Anybody?
Are you referring to the local budget?
There you go. There you go. There you go. Did you have a chance to listen to any of it, Mr. Pierre?
I got some of it. I was a bit tired up with work, but I meant to actually take a deep dive at it, but I saw some of it.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's a very technical thing to get into all the numbers. Just a suggestion, you may want to just be aware to read the Prime Minister's address because it's supposed to be the summary of the whole budget. And what areas that they're addressing and so forth like that. But again, I encourage you, I mean, it is your country, so please be aware of what's going on in your country, all right? And you're gonna be you work in the financial arena, and government, because government has such a substantive impact on the financial arena, what they do as direct or indirect impact on you guys. Because all of a sudden now, if you work in the bank and your bank loans are running off, the government makes a decision to put more funds in the consumer's hands, either through, like, take for instance, they're talking about adjusting the minimum wage. That means people are gonna have more discretionary funds. So they may have, you guys may see a blip in people wanting to get loans and so forth. So please, I mean, it is your country. It is our country. And so we need to be aware of what's happening in our country. There's little things I always ask people to be aware of in your country. What is your GDP? What is the size of your citizenry? What is the government's borrowing aspect of it in terms of relation to GDP and so forth like that? Certain basic things. However, having said that, let's jump into our problems. I don't know if anybody has any questions about the budget or anything like that. If not, let's get right to our problem. Now, this is going to be an interactive meeting. So we are going to run through these problems. How many people are there with us? 5 participants. There's Mr. Pierre, well, taking out myself and the CIFP Miguel. There's 3 of you guys. So what are we going to do? We're going to do a round robin until we get tired of this. We're going to go with question 1. Mr. Pierre, you kicking off. Read question 1 and tell us how to answer. You there, Mr. Pierre?
Yes, I'm here. Give me 1 second.
All right, read it aloud, man. This is all participating. Okay, maybe we'll come back to Mr. Pierre. Who is ready? Ms. Smith, can you kick us off with question 1?
we're using the sample problems, correct?
That's correct, ma'am. We're just working through it. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it says you wish to accumulate 140,000 in 13 years. How much must you deposit today in an account that pays an annual interest rate of 14%? So I'm thinking we're gonna need to use the future value chart, because they are asking for the projection in 13 years.
Okay.
Is that correct?
No, Ms. Smith, you go ahead. I'm not gonna answer you right up, and I can let you work through it. Then we're gonna. And Ms. Smith, there's no pressure here. This is just me and your session. This is just me and your session.
Right, but I look back at how much must you deposit today? Okay, so I still can go with future value. So my chart for future value, I'm looking at the 13-year period at 14%, which is 4.89 on the chart.
Ms. Smith, let me stop you. Don't let me waste your time, because we got plenty of problems to get through. It's throwing you off because you're focusing on future value. And you're right in saying that. But it's already given you the future value. Read the question carefully. Read it carefully. Read it aloud, Ms. Smith.
If you wish to accumulate 140K in 13 years.
That's the future value. That's your goal and you're going at.
Okay. So 1 second. Percentage.
Okay, so no, let's work through it together. So if that is your goal, what does this now turn into? A calculation of what? Future value, present value, future value of an annuity, present value of an annuity. Which one, Ms. Smith? Let's do it step by step.
So it's asking me, so this is how I'm breaking it down in my mind. If I $140,000 in 13 years, how much money do I need to deposit if I'm getting an interest rate of 14% per year?
Okay, how much money you need to deposit today?
Yes.
Okay. So now, what are you looking for?
The present value.
That's correct. You're looking for the present value of 140,000. 140,000 in 13 years. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, 140,000 in 13 years, assuming that you earn a rate of 14%. You agree with that, Ms. Smith?
Agreed.
Okay, so lead us through it. If you approach it that way, then how would you get to it?
Present value. So I need my present value chart.
Yes, ma'am.
Looking for the rate, 14%.
Yes,
Now, do I still calculate the 13 years?
yes, ma'am. Because assuming that if they don't tell you anything else, pays an annual interest rate. So if they was wanting to do it, they paid an annual interest rate of 14% compounded semi-annually if they wanted you to do it more, okay?
Okay, so that's 1.82. That's 1.6.
Okay,
13%. 13 years. Sorry, that's 1.82.
okay.
So am I calculating the 140,000 by 1.82?
Is it 1.82 or 0.182?
That's
'Cause
that's 0.182.
Okay, so you're multiplying 0.182 by 140,000. What do you
Yeah.
get?
$25,480.
There you go. That's the answer, 25,489.71. So again, as Ms. Smith says, and you guys are all smart guys, it's not that you don't know, it's having to read those questions carefully. And guys, you're gonna be rushing a little bit, you're gonna feel pressure because you gotta, I think it's 150 questions to answer or something like that. So you gotta be able to look for little points in the question, read the question, understand what the question is asking you. That is 85% of the problem right there. Once you all get lined up, as Ms. Smith, once she got lined up, she knocked it off, knocked the ball out the park. With these type of things, please read the question carefully. Okay, Ms. Miller, you're next. Question number 2.
Good morning. Good morning,
Good
everyone.
morning.
One
Thank you
second.
for joining us.
Let me go back to the question. 1 second. Come on, I just had it up. Okay. What will 247,000 grow to be in 9 years if it is invested today in an account with an annual interest rate of 11%? Well, I have my financial calculator, so I normally just pop
Wait.
it in.
What did I tell you just now? Read it and understand the question. Now, explain the question to me and what the question asking you.
Okay, so it's saying if you will, so the future would be 247,000. So it's saying what about $240,000 invested today will grow to be in 9 years.
That's correct. So once you get the hint, like go back, Ms. Smith, when you said look for little hints in the question,
Right.
okay?
Right.
I'm sorry, could you repeat it, Ms. Smith? I didn't hear you.
I said yes, because first I started off with accumulates in 13 years. So I was saying future value, but when I read how much you deposit today, so the word today meant present value.
Now, now this question is telling you what? What is it giving you?
It's giving you the present.
That's correct. That's correct. Because it said, what if 247 invested today? So you don't know the present value.
Right.
So the only thing it could be asking you for is the future value. Right?
Future. That's correct.
All right. Let's go.
So like I said, I normally pop it in my financial calculator just for ease. So the time value, I'll just put down N for the amount of time, I for the interest, PV for the present value, FV for the future value.
Okay. Let me tell you how we can keep up with the class and help the class to follow for those of us who have calculators.
Oh, okay.
In order to find the factor on the calculator and keep the class who's looking in the tables, instead of doing the 247, do $1 first. And then you could tell me what the calculator factor came up with. You with me? Not really, yeah.
Run that back again, please. You
Okay,
mean
all
persons
right.
are using, you mean persons are using the tables?
Right, I want them to stay
Oh.
involved with us too.
Okay.
But you could
okay.
tell them, since you're using your calculator, what the factor is. How can you do that?
Well, I just, like I said, I just punch it in. I don't know any other way to do it.
No, see, okay. Instead of punching in 247,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Punch in $1.
Okay.
Do the rest
Uh-huh.
of it how you normally do it. What factor do you get?
Oh, okay, 1 second.
So somebody else who's using the tables, run your finger down.
2.56.
That is correct. If somebody is using the table, is that a factor? Is that the factor you get?
I have 2.558, so rounded off 2.56. I mean, 2.
Okay, so now I want the people who don't have a calculator, who's following with us, to understand we can get the factor. Now, Ms. Smith, now you can go back, since they have the factor, you'll take that factor and multiply it by 247,000, or you can go back and instead of typing in the $, now you could type in the 247,000 and hit recalculate and tell us what the answer is. Is Millie, you still there?
Yeah, you say Maloa Smith?
Ms. Smith.
Oh,
Anyone, but that's your question, Ms. Miller.
Oh, I already got my answer. Sorry.
What is your answer?
631,831.12.
Okay, it's the answer is 835, little rounding off. That's correct. All right, Mr. Pierre, are you back with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, your question is number 3. Read it and then tell us what type of question it is.
Okay. How many years will it take for 136,000 to grow to be 468,000 if it is invested in an account with an annual interest rate of 8%? So I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, so 136 is the present value, and 468 is the future value. So I'll look in the table and see.
You can't do this from the table
No,
because it's asking you for the years. Ms. Miller. Someone with a calculator needs to do this.
Okay, 1 second. Let me go back to the question. 1 second. I just had it up.
Mr. Pierre, do you have a calculator, sir?
no.
All right.
Okay, so question 3. How many years would it take for 136,000 to grow to be a 468,000 if it is invested in an account with an annual interest rate of 8%?
Right.
So even though I use a calculator, I still just like to write down to make sure I get all of the values.
Not a problem, not a problem.
That's question 3. So we're solving for the amount of years. So the interest will be, interest will be 8. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong question. Interest will be 8. The present value is 136,000. But that's gonna be minus future value. Wait, put in the wrong category. When are you saying it? Sorry, 1 second. Solving for N. Okay. Future value is 468,000. So let me pop it in. Okay, and so I get 16.06 years is N, which is like 16 years.
Okay, and the answer is, I saw 16.06 years. Okay, now, guys, is everybody on a calculator, or can everybody access the internet?
Yes.
Yes? Go to the calculator, go to the internet and type in calculator.net/finance-calculator.html.
Okay.
Does everybody see a financial calculator that comes up?
Yes.
Yes? I want everybody to be with us. Ms. Miller, I know you got your own calculator, but I'm trying to get everybody to show them how easy it is. And go ahead.
I just listen to different types of calculators. It has loan, tax, payment, interest rate, future value. I think let's see, got it. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Everybody's on the same page. It's called a thing called calculator.net.
Yes.
Yes, down in the left, the two bar you got future value, payment, interest a year, and its periods present value. Yes?
Yes.
Everybody got it? All right, let's fill out Mr. Pierre, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You have this calculator up?
Yeah, I have it up.
Great, I can let you lead us through it then. In this question, what would N be? N is the number of periods. Periods could be months, years, whatever. What would N be in this instance, in this question, sir?
Would N be, would it be 12?
Nope.
Would it be blank? Because that's what we're looking for.
That's correct. Now, you see those categories up to the top that has FV, PMD, I, and so forth? Right above it, right above when I tell you what would N be. Do y'all see it?
Which calculator are we using?
Okay, hold on one second. Let me see something. Calculator. Okay. I am going to attempt to share my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
No,
Okay, let me try again. How about now? Can you see it?
It just says iPad 5.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Any luck? Y'all can see my screen? You guys
No.
still there? Okay. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing here, so I don't want to waste time with that. On this website that I take you to, there's a financial calculator. Can somebody tell me how the screen looks, how their screen looks? When you go into the financial calculator, is there a section called Finance Calculator? They go through some stuff. Then it says modify the values and calculate button to use. Then down below there is a little box.
yes.
Yes, across the top of the box, it
Mhm.
has FVPMT,
I,
then N and PV, right?
TV,
Okay,
yeah.
so what's the web address? You said calculator.net?
Calculator.net /finance. Is that a hyphen or dash calculator.html?
Okay, now I think I'm on the right screen.
Okay. Mr. Pierre, are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm there.
Does it have a graph?
Yeah, it's on the graph to the bottom, but that's the
All right.
graph isn't what I'm interested in. Is
Right.
that box?
So I'm on the right page.
Yeah, okay. Is that box that has the FVPMT I/Y/NPV? That's what I'm interested in.
Okay, got that.
All right, now, based upon that, you see those categories. If you were to click on N, let's click on N.
Okay.
You see how it changes in terms of what it's asking you for. You see that, Mr. Pierre?
Yeah, I see that.
So once you find out what it is you're trying to calculate, be it future value, if it was a future value problem, you click on future value, then you see what it's asking you for. If it was a payment, and it's a present value, you click on that and it asks you, the screen changes as to what it's asking you for because it understands what you are trying to solve for. So in this instance, we're trying to solve for N. So let's click on N. So Mr. Pierre, You click on end, what you get? What's the first thing it's asking you for?
The first interest rate, which is 8%.
Type it in, let's go.
Right. So I type in interest rate, 8%. After
Yes.
present value, 136.
Yes,
PMT, which is the 468,000.
no, there's no payment.
Nope. Okay.
You leave that blank.
That blank. Future value, which is the 468.
Yes,
That gives me. Okay, so it says PMT needs to be numeric.
put in 0.
It says unable to solve.
Yeah,
Okay,
did you put minus 136,000? Sorry.
yes, because it's a cash flow out. You're absolutely,
Yeah. Mhm.
all right. Thank you very much. You put in the minus 136.
Where do I put that?
Then
That's
you
your future value, because cash flow note, 136,000.
Isn't that the present value, the minus 136?
That's the
That's
present.
correct. Okay, let me tell you why it's a minus. They're looking at it. You have to dig in your pocket and pay this out. So once you pay out something, it's a negative sign. This is how these calculators have been designed to work. So Mr. Pierre, you got it?
No, you guys lost me.
Okay, step us through.
Yeah, I think
Interest-
it's working now. I think it's working now. So I put the negative 136.
That's correct.
Periodic payment, I put 0. Future value, I put 468. So I have N is 16.05.
That's the answer, sir.
All right.
Now everybody, please keep this up. We're gonna keep on using this. You see how easy that was once you get it. You ain't gonna look for the number of years and so forth like that. In a table format. Okay. Number 4 is gonna be who has Ms. Schmitz. No, Ms. Welchcombe. Ms. Welchcombe. You
Yes,
there with us, Ms. Welchcombe?
I'm right here.
You didn't think you was gonna escape, Ms. Welchcombe? No. Ms. Welchcombe, number 4 belongs to you. Now, Ms. Miller, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna start the round robin again. So I ain't gonna call on nobody. Once we've answered the question, you know who you are. I think Ms. Smith started it out, then Ms. Miller, then Mr. Pierre, then Ms. Welchcombe. So let's keep this rotation going.
Roger. At what annual interest rate must $137,000 be invested so that it will grow to be $475,000 in 14 years?
Okay, tell us what we're solving for.
We're solving for the interest rate.
All right, so on that screen, you click the I/Y.
Okay. And the number of years would be 14.
Yes?
Hold on, Papa, hold on. The present value would be, the payment would be a negative $137 because that's how much we have to pay out.
Yes?
That's it. So that would be negative.
Come, DJ.
Negative.
Yeah, man. I'm actually teaching my class some finance, DJ. There's a guy, Yasi Raman Jr., who I work with class. He is here with me.
Hi, guys.
Morning.
He is actually, you may have seen him in a lot of podcasts and so forth, Arawak X, talking about finance and so forth. He just graduated yesterday with his law degree. He already has an engineering degree.
Well, thank you. Well, you guys enjoy. You have a great teacher.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we're solving for I. So we
Right.
click on the I/Y. Now it's asking us for the present value.
Which is the negative 137,000. The payment is 0.
Yes,
And the future value would be 475,000. So calculate.
now did we put in N? N is 14.
Yeah, 14.
Okay,
So the answer is 9.29 rounded percent.
475, 1, 2, 3. Man, oh, you're just too smart in this class. That's correct. Next.
So my question says, if you wish to accumulate 1,900,
I'm not sure I understand.
okay, $197,000 in 5 years, how much must you deposit today in an account that pays a quoted annual interest rate of 13% with semi-annual compounding of interest? This
Okay,
is similar. This is similar to the first question, except it's mentioning a semi-annual compounding interest.
great. Now I know you smart. What we got to do with this?
Instead of the one payment, it would be two or split in two.
That's correct, ma'am.
So I would say it's present value. Or am I using the calculator? Oh, you want me to use the calculator, not the chart?
I want you to use the calculator. I want everybody to get on this calculator. Let's
Okay.
use the calculator because that chart, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to even ask Miguel if he could put in one of these financial things on the computer so y'all can, as a drop down, so that y'all could use it.
Okay. So present value, number of years,
What is your number of years going to be?
2.5.
No, 10.
No. You on the right track, but you're just doing it wrong. You divide the interest and multiply the years.
Oh, okay. So let me read the question again.
No, you don't know. You're right. It's just that when you're compounding, the period you're compounding by or the factor that you're compounding by, always remember this. If they give it to you quoted in an annual interest rate, a number of years, whatever you do, so if the annual interest rate is, in this instance, 13%,
Mhm.
but interest is compounded semi-annually. You take the 13% and divide it by 2. Because you're gonna get half of that interest payment every 6 months. And you're gonna have the ability of what they call compounding interest, where you're gonna earn a little money on that interest you're able to invest for the next 6 months in the year. So you're gonna get half of your interest payment or half of the 13%, which is then gonna be 6.5%, right?
That's right.
However, because you compound semi-annually, the number of periods you're gonna be compounding over is gonna also double. Are you with that, ma'am? Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, all right. So let's start over. Number of periods. What are you gonna do once you hear compounding semi-annually? What are you gonna do with the number of periods automatically?
I'm going to double it.
Okay, what if I said it's compounded quarterly? What would you do then?
Multiplied by 4.
That's correct. Great. So you're going to double the period, and the period in years in this instance is 5.
Right. So it's
So
10
that's correct. Now we ask the interest rate. What are you going to do with the interest rate?
divided by 2.
Yes. And you get?
6.5.
That's correct. Are there any periodic payments involved?
No.
Okay, so that's 0.
Huh?
All right. What will
The future value.
earn through 50 years if invested today in an account with a quoted annual? All right, so the present value, this is a future value. This is a future value question, by the way, because it's asking you, what will 153,000 grow to be in 13 years if invested today? If invested today, you understand? So that 153,000 is going to be invested today. So what they're asking you about is what will that grow to in the future? Correct?
Yes.
So the present value is the minus 153,000.
153.
Yes, is it? Aren't we on question number 6?
No, we're number
No,
5.
5.
Oh God. Sorry about that, guys. If you wish to give it, okay, no, it is a future. It is a present value. I'm sorry for throwing you guys off. Let me switch back. So the payment is none, and the future value is going to be what?
197,000.
That's correct, man. So we put that in, and what do we get?
Present value minus 104,947.03.
That's correct. Okay, who's next? Ms. Miller, you're next, right? In the rotation, right?
Hello, sorry, I just had to switch my device. So I guess I'm doing question 6. What will 153,000 grow to be in 13 years if it is invested today in an account with a quoted annual interest rate of 10% with monthly compounding interest, compounding of interest?
Okay, that's very interesting. Now let's break the question down step by step. What type of question is this? Present value, future value, what are we solving for?
We're solving for the future value.
So we hit the future value key in this calculator. It almost gives you a hint. All right, so we got the future value. It's a future value problem.
So the present value would be negative 153,000.
I agree with you.
Compounded annually, so it's a 10%. 10% divided by the 12 months of the year.
Man, you just too smart here.
Which is 0.8333. Number
of periods.
Okay, so number of periods.
Man, I know you're smart. Let's see if you're more genius.
Period. Hold on 1 second. Number period is the 13 times the 12, which is 156.
Okay, I agree with you. Is there any periodic payments?
No.
All right,
All right, so I'm gonna just jot this in my calculator. I just wrote this calculator.
now I hope everybody is working along with us so that you're all understanding how to use this calculator. If I can talk Miguel into putting this on the sheet.
So we're looking at 558,386.38.
Okay, this result is a little off. I guess, let me see something. If I put in 333, if I do the rate a little bit more.
Yeah, I put in all the threes.
Yeah, you gotta put all the threes. Other than that, you're gonna be off.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Everybody's with us so far?
Oh, Mr. Donovan, if we don't in the exam, put all the digits and it's off. I mean, but it'll be multiple choice questions.
So yeah, you're gonna get the answer that's closest to what you see, right? I'm sorry, could you speak up? You're very, very faint.
No, I mean, yeah, I just remembered it's multiple choice questions. So whatever answer is closest to what we get, I guess.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be off that, but the answers ain't gonna be that close. Or the choices are not gonna be that close. Hold on 1 second for me, please.
Miller, where did you buy your calculator from?
Hey, I got this from Best Buy. I think about 3-4 years ago. I spent like about $40. This is the HP 10 2+ calculator. Very good calculator. It also comes with a CD.
All right, thanks. I've been looking all over here for it and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, right there. It may be more expensive now, but that's about 3-4 years ago.
Think have them earned on Mackey Street.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Yeah, but they
The same one.
You say on Market Street? You talking about Book World?
Is it Book World? Right below the Mackey Street Hill by Super Value.
Okay, all right. I'll check them out.
Different financial calculators, but they're kind of pricey. But you could find it on Walmart as well. Walmart have them for like $30-something, $40. I don't know if you have enough time to get it here.
And guys, make sure you get. I know there are two popular ones: the Texas Instruments and Hewlett Packard, and an HP. Those are the best in the business. Or you can just buy it online at Amazon. See, let me tell you, I've had this calculator. See this calculator here? I've had this calculator probably for many years. This calculator probably older than some of yours. See how raggedy the thing of the casing look? I can't even get it on the screen. See? Let me tell you something. And then this came out when I was for your age. That was cutting edge technology, man. That was cutting edge technology. That's like being in, everybody talking about digital assets, like, and everything. When this calculator came out, that was cutting edge technology. How far we've come. But I find it, Mr. BRC is now interested in getting the calculator. You see how easy a calculator makes your life in answering these questions?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not fooling or tricking you guys. And a lot of this exam is about time management. Please, I can't say that enough. All right. Who's next in the rotation? Mr. Pierre, you're next, right?
Yes. Question 7. How many years will it take for 197,000 to grow to be 554,000 if it is invested in an account within a quoted annual interest rate of 8% with monthly compounding of interest?
All right, great. Now, in this question, what are we solving for?
We are solving for we're solving for n.
That's correct. That's correct, Miss. Yeah, so on your screen, put it, do N, and then that gives a hint. What is it asking for? So what's the first thing it's asking for, Mr. Pierre?
It's asking for interest.
All right, so how are you going to calculate the interest, sir? What's the stated annual interest rate?
So the annual interest rate is 8%. It's compounded monthly. So I times that by 12, get 96.
Nope, 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 nope. Just remember this. When you're having compounding interest, you divide.
I divide by 12. Yeah,
Okay.
divide by 12. Yeah.
No, but it's little slips like that. That
Yeah.
would,
I get 0.66.
put in all the factors, 0.66667.
67. Okay.
What is the present value?
Present value is 197,000.
Is it, are you gonna put it, if you got the present value, is it a negative or a positive?
It's negative.
Right, because it's an outflow from you. You have to invest it.
I leave,
Are there any periodic
blank.
payments?
No, so I leave that blank. And future value,
No, you don't leave it blank. You put in 0 in this calculator here.
future value, I have 554, which gives me 155.6.
That's right. So it'll take you about 155.6 periods. Now these are periods, okay? Somebody may get real tricky with you, or a nasty one would be, suppose I had said to you in this question, how many years will it take 197,000 to grow to be 554 if it is invested in the account with an annual? So it is in years, 156 years. No, and they did do exactly what I wanted to
Right,
do.
I was thinking that. So it's actually 12.9 years.
That's correct. So why?
Because
Why?
you divide the 156 period is the months. So you divide that by 12 to get the years.
That is correct. So remember now, they didn't ask for periods in this instance. How many periods? They asked very specifically the number of years. Is everybody with me with that little differentiation?
Sorry, can you repeat what you just said, this?
Okay, this question asks, how many years will it take for 197,000 to grow to be 554,000 if it is invested in an account with a quoted annual interest rate of 8% with monthly compounding of interest? Now, remember, Mr. Pierre, in order to turn this into periods or get it, he took the interest rate and divided it by 12, and he took the number of years and multiplied it by 12. So what he converted it into is brought it to a standard of periods. But they want their answer not in periods, but in the number of years. So when he got his answer, he divided the 155 by 12 to convert it back into years. Is that clear to everybody?
Sorry, Mr. Donovan, what question are we on, please? Sorry.
We are on question number 7, am I correct?
Sorry.
Yeah, 7.
Okay, sorry, but, okay.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Wilscombe, you're next.
At what quoted annual interest rate must 134,000 be invested so that it will grow to be $459,000 in 15 years if interest is compounded weekly?
Ooh, 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 ooh. Go ahead, Ms. Wilscombe. What are we solving for?
We're solving for the interest.
Okay, so in this, we'll click on I/Y. Okay, it's now asking you for the number of periods. What are the number of periods? How do you calculate that?
Well, since they're saying the interest is compounded weekly, we would take the 15 years and times it by 52 weeks.
That's correct, ma'am.
I didn't hear what Ms. Wilson say, she's very low.
Oh, sorry, I don't know what happened to my lap. Sorry, we would take the 15 years because we are it's asking for compounded weekly interest, and it's 52 weeks per year in the year. We times that by the 15 years, which would be 780.
That's correct. What about the present value?
So the question asks at what quoted annual interest rate must 134,000 be invested? So that would be the present value, negative 134.
That's correct, ma'am. Are there any periodic payments?
No,
Okay. What is the future value?
well, we want it to grow to be 459,000.
That is correct.
Now the thing is, with the interest rate,
Mm-hmm.
let's calculate first to find out what the interest rate is.
Okay.
And that is 0.158. But we
Okay.
times that by 52 weeks.
Times it? Times it?
Divided, sorry. Wait, yes.
Okay. No, times it? What do we do with interest?
Oh, we're dividing it by 52 because we're trying to
Okay.
figure out how much it is per week,
Okay.
right?
No, I threw you see how you let me throw you off? The 0.158 is the 52-week factor. So
Right.
to get it annualized, in this instance, you are correct. You got to multiply it.
Okay.
And what interest rate do you get?
8.21.
That is correct. That's the answer, man. Okay, somebody dropped out. So Ms. Miller, you're up.
All right, give me 2 seconds, I just writing what she was saying.
Okay. Y'all have the answers to the questions, right?
No,
No, I did forward y'all the answers.
Yeah, I have the answer.
Yeah, I mean, Ms. Miller, you don't have the one with the answers?
no.
All right, let me
How
rectify.
much pages did you forward? Because my computer was acting up, so I have questions 1 to 16. How much questions was it?
Oh, it was up to 23 questions.
Oh, that's all I have.
27.
27?
Yeah, can somebody forward that to Ms. Miller?
Oh, well.
All right.
All right, so we're on question 9.
Yes.
You were offered an investment with a quoted annual interest rate of 13% with quarterly compounding of interest. What is the effective annual interest rate? Oh God, I need to first. Okay, and I. Okay. All right, so the present value.
This ain't even one of them. This ain't even on those that right. You know it's all right. Let me see where you going with it. Let me see where you going with it.
Okay, because that's how I do all the, I used to write it down. I was like, oh, sorry for
Not a
that.
problem.
So the present value is the interest rate is 13%. 14, yeah. This ain't giving no figures.
You figured that one out, eh?
Figure, no figures.
Okay, so you figured that one out.
What the hell? Okay, so I lost. Oh, you were offered an investment. Okay, so I don't know what to do with this question.
This is an interesting question. They're asking you, this is what you have to do in this financial calculator and help you. Let me tell you.
Oh, wow.
What you have to do is take the 13% and put the 13% as one, take the 13% divided by 4 and put the 13% in as 0.13.
Okay, so 0.13 divided by 12. So that's 0.011.
No, the 0.13 enter divided by 4.
Oh, sorry, by 4. Sorry. Yeah, 0.033.
Add 1 to it.
Plus 1. 1.03.
Do you, on your calculator, do you have a factor where you could raise it to a power?
2 seconds. You're gonna die.
What are we raising to the power? The 13?
Okay, take the 13%.
Okay. No,
Put
I
it
don't see it on my calculator.
You have a financial calculator, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have the same one.
Do you have a button that is where you see Y and then up in the corner, Y and above it X, like Y raised to the X?
So the X with the 2 to that's something different then.
1.03.
You said Y raised to the X? I don't see it. Can you show me on your calculator, please?
See this button right about here?
Yes, I see it. Okay, yeah, I see it now.
All right? Okay. 4 divide, enter 1 plus, enter 4. Okay, these are the steps you'll do it. Take the 0.13 divided by 4. Yes?
0.13 divided by 4.
Right? Then enter that and then 1 plus. So it turns out to be
1.3. 0.03.
Now hit that in as enter, right? Enter, and then do 4 and hit Y to the X button.
So 1.03, and then I'm gonna press enter equal. And
No. Let's do this step by step. Okay? One point zero, you get 0.13, yes?
Yeah.
Divided by 4. So you enter 0.13, enter 4 divide. Because this unit pocket, what do you get?
0.13 divided by 4.
Yes.
0.26.
No. You do something wrong. Clear your calculator.
Okay. 0.13 divided by 4.
Yes.
0.033.
Okay. Put enter. When that's showing, put enter.
All right, that's the equal sign.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. The rest of the group, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Ms. Miller, we gotta do something. I gotta include the rest of the group. On our calculator, you see across the top, they got financial, fitness and health, and then they got math. Are you guys there with me? The calculator that I told you all to look up online.
Uh-huh.
You guys there with me?
Yes.
Hit math.
Hit what? Math?
Yes.
Where's that?
Across the top, you got calculator.net.
Oh, yeah, math. Okay. Okay.
You see a menu drop down that has various types of calculators.
Yes.
Hit exponent calculator.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, in this calculator, and I'm working here along with you guys here. I'm thinking that if you take on F clear, everybody has another calculator that they could do 0.13 and divide it by 4.
0.03?
Right. So in that one where they have on the calculator, this is what I want you to type in: 1.0325. Basically, all you're doing is adding 1 to it, to that factor that you get. Yes?
Hold on, so we're adding 1 to the 0.03?
Yes. Plus 1. Do plus 1. What's your answer?
1.03.
Type that in the calculator that's on the screen where you see the 2.
Okay. Okay.
Where they have the 5, where it's raising it to the power, type in 4. You got it?
Yes.
Then hit calculate.
Wow. Can we have this whole would this be accessible to
Now let me go back to Ms. Miller, because this is my little assistant there. Ms. Miller,
Hi.
You followed us on the screen?
I tried to, but I did not download the calculator because I had my financial calculator. That's the mess.
All right, yeah, because you see, I'm trying to get the whole group, where it's only you that have that financial calculator.
Oh.
Yeah, you see, that isn't with the whole group, but on your financial calculator, now I can turn back to you because only you have it. Let's work through your financial calculator.
Okay.
Okay, so you put in the 0.13 divided by 4, what you get, a factor of 0.0325, right?
No, the 0.033.
Okay, fine. Add
One.
one to that. So it turns into 1.033.
That's correct.
Yes?
Yeah.
Hit enter so that you have that in, and then hit 4 and hit the Y to the X button.
Okay, so I hit 4.
And Y to the X button.
I got 256.
No, you're doing something wrong. If you have the same calculator I have.
No, sorry, I have a different calculator. When you put it closer to the screen, it's different. I have the HP.
You have the HP 10, right?
Yeah.
See, let me see if I can work it on the HP 10. Okay, I see how you get the 256.
Okay.
Okay, is it 1.033? $1.033. Okay, this is how you got to do it.
Okay.
First of all, we need to open up do you know how to open it up so that you get more than just 2 figures, that you could carry your decimal point to 4 figures?
I don't remember. I did it before a few years ago, but I don't remember.
Okay, this is how you're gonna do it, okay? Okay, you know how you get to the 1.03 so far, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 1.03, enter that in, yes?
Yes.
Now, this is what you do. When you do the 1.03, you see the gold button that gives you the secondary function?
Yes.
Hit that, then hit the YX button, which is above the X, the times button, and then hit 4, and then hit equal.
1.13.
And the answer is 13.65, okay? But because your calculator is only taking it to 2 places, you need to open up that calculator, learn how to open that up to take it to 4 places.
4 decimal, okay.
All right?
Okay.
Mr. Donovan, I mean,
That's my,
what calculator you have? Is that the Texas Instrument?
no, all of my calculators are HP.
But
Here is one calculator that I have. This is the 12, this is the HP 12C. Then there's another one I have, which is the HP 10. That's the one Ms. Miller is using.
Yeah.
because my own is the Texas instrument 4+2.
Now,
I
I don't know, Ms. Welsh, this is Ms. Welshcombe, right?
yes, sir.
Ms. Welshcombe, I don't know how to use the Texas instrument, but if you go online YouTube, I'm sure they have a YouTube instructional video on it.
Okay. Well, it came with a little booklet, and I'm still trying to work with the booklet to figure out certain things on it. But it doesn't show me how to extend the decimals, like to add.
Yeah, but what I'm gonna do, now that I have found this website, I am gonna ask Miguel if on the exam, is there any way we could put in a corner that you guys can get this financial calculator as a drop down? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
All right?
yeah.
Because see, an exam is supposed to test your knowledge of concepts. It's not designed to test your knowledge of how good you is using the Hewlett Packard or the Texas Instrument calculator. That's my view. All right, so we got that. So who's next in the rotation, Ms. Miller?
So
Because I'm trying to press on because I gotta leave. We got about 15 more minutes.
We still on question 9. So I still trying to understand question 9.
Your effective interest rate is 13.6.
Oh, okay. And you said I'll have to open it up to 4 decimal in order to get that figure.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Now, yeah, go ahead.
Well, with your answer sheet, I see you have like the present value is minus 100.
Now, are we talking about question number 9? Which question are we talking about?
Yeah, that's question 9 on the answer sheet that you sent.
Okay.
I'm understanding how did we came up with the 100 for the present value? You have minus 100 for the present value.
Now they're doing this long-handed.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
You ain't have time to do that. So doesn't even make any sense for me to explain that to you. They're doing it by the formula.
Oh, so just do it the way how you showed us just now on this calculator.
Yes, get your calculator, okay? Your job is not to remember formulas.
Mr. Donovan, sorry, I just want to go over this question 9 again, please, if you don't mind.
Not a problem, man.
Okay, so the first step you say is 0.13 divided by the 4, right? Because 4 is the number of years. Number
of compounding periods.
Right. So I'll get 0.033 and I'll plus 1.
Yes.
0.03. And the step 2 is I'll take the 1.03, I'll press the down function. X to the power, y to the power of x.
Yes.
4 equals to get, now we're switching to 1.14.
Yeah, because it's rounding up.
Yeah.
You gotta open up your number of decimal places.
Okay. So this 1.14, this will then move to 13.6 then once I open up.
Well, what you gotta do is not minus the 1 and then multiply it by 100 to turn it to a decimal, to turn it into a percentage.
So I'll minus, so from the 1.14, I'll minus 1?
That's right, so you get 0.14.
Uh-huh.
And then multiply that by 100 to turn it into a percentage.
And then you say multiply by 100?
To turn it into a percentage factor.
Got you.
All right?
Okay.
All right, now, guys.
Clear now.
Guys, let me tell you, wait. We're getting on the 11 o'clock hour. I am gonna quit at 11 o'clock. But if y'all want another class, you let me know. Don't cost me nothing. I mean, I mean, I'm invested in you guys getting through this and understanding this, and it could be very confusing at times. So if you want to do a couple of classes with an hour each, I'll give you all my time to rework through these problems, okay?
Yes.
But I encourage you, now that I have given you these things, to practice the problems. All right, there's no sense us leaving here and then you're putting this down and not picking it up until next week. Go find your own set of problems online. It's called financial, future value, present value problems, and work through it. Yeah, I've given you where you all can find the tools like the calculator. And a lot of this is practice, practice, practice. That's all it is. Okay, we're going on to the next question. We got about 10 more minutes. Let's see if we can round out and get in a couple more questions in here. Who's next in the rotation, Ms. Miller? Or you just answered that? Who's next? Ms. Wilchcombe, Ms. Miller, who's next?
Mine is 9, I think Wilson is 10.
Okay.
Oh.
Ernst left a. Okay.
No, Mr. Pierre still there. Mr. Pierre, you next, Mr. Pierre. You next in the rotation, Mr. Pierre, cake number 10.
Okay. You are offered an annual, you are offered an annuity that will pay $24,000 per year for 11 years. The first payment will occur 1 year from today. If you feel that the appropriate discount rate is 13%, what is the annuity worth to you today?
Okay, so which calculator are we going to use?
Period calculator. Let me just pull it up.
No, okay, I don't know if you would switch to math, but we're going back to the financial calculator, and we're going back to the top financial, and we're going to use finance calculator.
Right.
Okay, so what are we solving for, Mr. Pierre?
We are PMT. So
Okay,
so the number of periods would be 11.
no, let me stop you there. Let me ask you again, Mr. Pierre, what are we solving for? Read the question, read the question.
Yeah.
About,
So I'm solving for present value.
okay, Mr. Pierre.
So let's see.
Okay, so you are offered an annuity that will pay you $24,000 per year for 11 years. What does that tell you right there?
So I would divide 24,000 by 12.
Why?
See.
No, Mr. Pierre, you don't do things by rote. Read the question. It's not asking you for a compounding period. So then you gotta assume it's annual. First of all, let's work through this together, Mr. Pierre. The number of periods to you is how many periods?
So, okay, so it's asking me, okay, so I'm being paid 24,000 a year for 11 years.
How many, therefore, how many periods? It just
11 by 12.
no. Why are you keep on saying by 12? It's not asking you for months.
Okay.
You are offered an annuity. That means there's an annual payment that will pay you $24,000 per year, not per month, per year for 11 years. So what's the N in this calculation? 11,
Mm-hmm.
yes?
Right.
The first payment will occur 1 year from today. If you feel that the appropriate discount rate is 13%, what if they just given you right there? The percent,
Right.
all right? Now, that 24,000 represents a payment from you or to you.
That's a payment to me.
So that's positive.
Right.
So there you, this is the first question we run into, that was a payment. So the PMT is 24,000.
Okay.
In this instance, the future value is 0.
So I have 136,486 and 59 cents.
That's the answer.
Okay.
All right, group, we're gonna start there. I want you guys to promise me that you will practice some of these questions. Y'all tell me, y'all get together with yourself. I know this weekend coming up, it's a holiday weekend. If y'all want to take this weekend off, or if you want to do an hour over the weekend, let me know by Monday. You pick up from them. Everybody has saved this address in their website, in their favorites, so that you can find it again. Hello?
Can someone put the link or the calculator inside the chat, please? So I can download that as well, future reference.
No. Megan, don't ask who's doing it, to send you nothing in
No,
the
I
chat.
mean anybody else.
No. You testing the friendship there. Okay, guys.
Okay.
All right. Again, I appreciate you and applaud you for taking the time out of your weekend to come and try and expand your knowledge and better yourself. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too, Mr. Donovan.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Good day.
All right.
You too, thank you.
Okay.